Yo, welcome to the stream. If you watch this later, uh, this is just it's like 4:30 a.m. right now, and I just had breakfast or sort of. I just ate and everything. So we're gonna play some GTA Online, and I'm gonna start a new character, and we're just gonna have some fun. So let's do it. And we're also gonna play watch a video from Nerd Explains. If you don't know Nerd Explains, he makes really good videos about just movies, and he picks apart their plots and comes up with logical, realistic ways to solve them in real life if it happened to you, which is very interesting and awesome content to me. So yeah, we're gonna play some GTA, and then how that plays, because I'm sure everybody's played GTA before, so that's okay. So let's do it. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think it just tried to hook to GTA and it didn't work. Did it just crash it? Yeah, I think it literally just tried to hook with GTA and it didn't work. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. All right, let's play the video.
With biological.
Sorry, I had that.
If a military plane loaded with biological weapons crashed into your town's water supply, what would you do? In this How to Beat video, we'll follow the town sheriff, see if we can make better decisions, and ultimately attempt to beat the Trixie virus in The Crazies. If you think of a better way, let me know in the comments. If you like these How to Beat videos, consider liking and subscribing. Before we start, I gotta let y'all know about some new stuff. I just set up my merch store with the Nerd Explains logo tees and mugs, so everyone else can identify who to team up with if shit goes down. Us nerds gotta stick together. And before you say it, the shirts also come with a guarantee that I won't cannibalize you if the food runs out. That's what you call an exclusive perk. Besides the
He's very
official
funny
logo
too. I love his
merch,
writing.
we
I don't
have
know if he
something
writes all his scripts,
custom,
but
the Bloody Banana Split.
I love
If
his
you don't
writing.
get it, you haven't watched enough of my videos. I'm gonna be making more custom designs commemorating
shit.
special Nerd Explains videos and jokes. Also, you can now flex on everyone else by becoming a channel member and
Fucking
getting
lip,
custom
dude. It's all
revolving
fucked up.
zombie badges next to your name in the comments. Thanks again for the support, guys, and the handful of gals out there as well. We start out following Sheriff David. The crowd's having a good time at the ball game until a deranged man stumbles onto the field with a Rossi Overland double-barrel shotgun. David tries
And
to
he also
de-escalate
knows
the
his shit.
situation, but the man doesn't appear
He
to be
always
right in the head.
He reminds me of my cousin who always calls things out exactly how they are. The brand name and model and everything. It's crazy.
That was a quick-ass draw. Let's take a step back and break that situation down. I'm not sure what the actual protocol is for police in this situation, but I'd imagine you'd already have your gun unholstered and or pre-aimed, or at the very least the holster button pre-popped for a quicker draw. My thinking is that you'd want to go wide when walking up to him, so you ended up on his side with no innocents behind you. Walking up to Rory like David did potentially put the entire crowd in
Here,
the
let me,
line of fire. I'd have the deputy get everyone out of there. Like, actually have everyone leave the area. Then come up on Rory's other flank, so they both have clear lines of fire with no nearby bystanders. We have to remember that this is a small town, so David knows Rory. He knows he's a drunk, but also a decent person, so he gives them the benefit of the doubt and closes the distance
hold up.
to try to have a heart-to-heart. This is a risky play because closing the distance can help you de-escalate the situation and give you more of an opportunity to grab Rory's gun away from him, but it also means he can shoot you way more easily. In the movie, David walks straight up to Rory and still has a crowd of innocents behind him. Closing the distance in this case means that if Rory starts squeezing the triggers, he'd take the entire load of buckshot and his partner could kill Rory, but everyone behind him would be safe. Another tactical error, if you close the distance, you'd want to have your deputy on your flank also close the distance. You don't want to be close and him far, because then he's more likely to accidentally shoot you. Realistically, at that distance, Rory would not need to shoulder the gun or aim it. He already had it pointed at David's chest and could just pull the trigger. It's a tough situation when somebody already has a gun drawn on you. You either have to distract them or divert their weapon away from you before you go to draw your weapon, because they could easily kill you before you got your gun out of the holster. David was too far away to physically divert Rory's gun, so drawing on Rory was exceptionally dangerous, though we didn't really have a choice. This is why you'd want to already have your gun up before engaging.
Here we go. Just making sure.
However,
I'm getting my
David
login.
did have some key advantages. He perceived that Rory was drunk or under the influence, which would slow his reaction times. He would also have noticed that Rory's Rossi Overland shotgun has hammers on both tubes that need to be cocked back before firing. These were not cocked back as far as I can tell. David's also using a standard issue Glock 19, which doesn't have a safety that needs to be flipped off, decreasing the time to fire. All of this combined with being the first to initiate the draw means that Rory is unlikely to be able to get the shot off before David. For a small town sheriff, this still takes a lot of skill to pull off under stress, especially when you know that Rory was a decent guy. They take Rory's body back to the medical examiner, who says that the toxicology report from his autopsy is going to take a week or so to be completed, which, like every other movie, is long enough that whatever was causing the problem will kill everyone before they figure it out. We really need to improve these toxicology report times. We never figure out what's going on until it's too late. Afterwards, the sheriff goes to console the grieving family, and it goes about how you'd expect.
You had to do it. Had to shoot the town drunk.
It's not like he had a shotgun pointed at my head or anything, but I guess you can't really expect a grieving wife whose husband you just blew away to think rationally. Everyone seems to think it was just Rory being drunk as usual, which is honestly the most reasonable assumption based on what they know. The next morning, David shows up to the sheriff's office and the phones are blowing up, which is odd for such a small town of 1,260 people. One of the phone calls is the medical examiner, who says that Rory was actually not drunk. In fact, he had a blood alcohol level of 0.0. Well, if he wasn't wasted, then what the hell was wrong with him? David returns to the baseball field to try to make sense of it all. Ben, who is at the shooting, is doing the same, so David tries to talk to him.
Ben.
Wait. Oh, thank gosh.
Ben. Hey, you all right? Don't worry, the kids are resilient.
Let's do clean slate.
You're all right.
Yeah, this is a bit weird, but it's still reasonable and passable behavior for someone who also witnessed the shooting and probably has some PTSD. Meanwhile, David's wife, who is the town doctor, is examining another man who has some sort of sudden onset mental illness or brain impairment.
She worries too much. I'm fine. Just a little tired.
Oh, cool. Clean slate.
She worries too much. I'm fine. Just a little tired.
What's worrying?
Oh, I should have done clean slate.
Mental illness
Whatever.
are sudden onset and occurring in multiple people who were otherwise normal not days ago. Again, this is a town of like 1,200 people. It's not like she's a doctor in a big city with tons of random people coming in. The problem is that until this information is gossiped around enough, everyone has a fractured view and no consensus can be made on the state of the situation. Nobody by themselves has enough information to act. But from a God's eye view, things are going south fast. Interestingly, whatever is happening is initially only happening to the men. Their wives and kids are not affected, and it doesn't seem to have spread to them. Deirdre takes her husband back home from the doctor, and later that night, she notices that the combine in their shed is turned off.